How's it going, guys? I was just on the internet, and something that really turned my spirit was I found a statistic that said that 61% of Christians believe that sex before marriage is okay. Like, what in the world? How did we even get to this place? 61% believe that sex before marriage is okay. You know, honoring your body and being pure. All these different things are written in the Bible. So uh, where in the world did we get so far off where 61%, almost half the Christians, believe that sex before marriage is okay? As I was studying it out, is that there's this social pornography that's being displayed in the world where we see different movies that happen. For example, like 50 Shades of Grey. That's a new movie that came out. It came out a while ago, but I never saw it. But the commercials that I saw was a little crazy. And we see more and more of those type of movies that come out where, you know, it just sparks the interest of different stimulations that occur when we watch pornography or we watch certain things. But what the media is doing now is they're bringing pornography and social acceptance and bringing it together, where it's music videos, movies, all these different things. They're bringing them together because at the end of the day, when you think about it, who exactly would walk into a movie theater and watch a full-on pornography movie? Nobody. But when you label it in a way where it's acceptable for the media or whatever the case might be, or even if it's looked at as art, it's acceptable. Now the idea of pornography is no longer there, so you don't feel um, uncomfortable by going into a movie theater to watch pornography. But at the end of the day, we see so many social pornography out there that's accepted. And so what's happening is media is pushing the envelope more and more and more. And what we're doing is we're just continually following. Okay, okay, okay. And we're just following and following and following and following. So that's how we became so away from the biblical standpoint of what the Bible says, is because we're just following the trend. We're going with the trend and we're just following along with it. As we get more and more deeper, you start to realize is that we have neural pathways, that every time we learn something, another pathway is occurring. Every time we learn, another pathway is being made. And so as we're growing up, we call it adapting, but the reality is we're depleting the old pathway, what we learned through the Bible, and we're creating new pathways based off what we see. And so what we see is so distorted. You know, when we see social pornography through the movies, through music videos, through all these different things that we see, we've created these pathways of expectation. So we expect what we see. And so our views on women, our views on relationship, our views on marriage, all these different things are distorted, are totally wrong, because we've accepted this reality which is not reality. We've accepted this social pornography as what our relationship should be. So when we see another woman or we see another man, we mentally undress them already before they even get to knowing their heart, because of all the sexual exposure that we see in the world. Marriages, we don't really look at sex as being something that bonds you. It's more of being just a physical act because of the pornography that we see, and it's not a form of creating love. And so the idea of 61% of Christianity so astray that believe that sex before marriage is okay, it's only because we're just continually following the trend and following what we see. And so that we've created our own Bible where we don't normally believe in what exactly what it says, and we're so wrapped up in the stimulation of you know, what sex does and what all these different things that we see do to us, that it's so hard to break away to come back to the Bible. I mean, I know, because I was one of the victims. You know, I grew up in the church. I saw, I knew what I was supposed to do, but the idea of saving myself before marriage was so difficult. It didn't even make sense to me. And that's only because of what I saw, what I grew into. I wasn't strong-minded at the time. I was young, and so I was so sucked into what the world shows, the expectations of relationships. I mean, think about it nowadays. You know, to go on a third date and not kiss the girl, it just doesn't make sense, and it changes your masculinity. It makes you question all these different things. But the reality is like, that shouldn't be our focus. Our focus is to get to know them even more. Our focus is to get them to heaven. Our focus, all these different things. But because we've had this distorted mind frame through social pornography, we've so pushed away from the biblical truth. And so what I just wanted to bring up, because when I saw the statistic, it baffled me, and I really want other Christians to raise up as well, and really call, and especially men, just really call us out and say, hey, we're saving ourselves before marriage. A lot of people don't know that there are some Christians that are really doing that. It's a really cool pledge that I want everyone to get involved in. Get up, take the pledge, go on the internet, and pledge no marriage, no sex. Talk about it, and talk about your experience. Share your testimony with other people so that people believe that saving yourself is much more beneficial than giving it. Just join in, because it's bigger than us. It's the youth, it's the kids that are being misled. And please, get up, take the pledge, don't be lazy, share it to everyone. This is bigger than you. Do it now, because I'm about to do it. You need to do it now.